Hello and welcome to another video, and I'm going to be doing a fun little book haul because I have some books that I've collected since my last book haul, which was a few months ago I think, so I thought it was time. And I'm excited to show you the books that I got recently, well in the last few months, because there are some stunning ones. So as always, I will go through the different categories like books I bought, books that were sent to me, etc. But the first category is Book of the Month, because this video is sponsored by Book of the Month, which is so exciting because I've been interested in Book of the Month for years. So when they reached out, I was like, oh, exactly. So Book of the Month is a super popular and fast growing online book service for readers, and their mission is to promote new and emerging authors and help readers discover books that they love. So basically how it works is their team vets hundreds of books each month and gives readers their choice from a curated selection of new and early release book titles. So that means you can spend more time reading and less time researching. And Book of the Month is completely risk-free, so you can skip any month at any time and you won't be charged. And I just want to say at this moment they're only shipping to US shipping addresses, but hopefully they can expand internationally in the future. They're just amazing. They have the best price for new release hardcover fiction, and you can get your first book for just $9.99 by using my code FRESH5. So they sent me all of their August selections. So basically you get to choose which book out of these 5 you'd like. So I'm gonna go through them all now. So first we have The Heart Principle by Helen Huang. And it's also really cool because each of their books have a special Book of the Month edition. So it has the little logo, and underneath it also has this embossing with the month, which is just stunning. And this is book 3 in the Kiss Quotient series, which is a companion adult romance series. And actually when I opened my box, Jamie was with me and she literally like screamed when she saw this because she was so excited for this book. It's one of her most anticipated releases of the year. So this book follows Anna, and obviously romance is at the center of this story. And Anna's boyfriend says he wants an open relationship, and so she's like, okay, well, no offense, I'm gonna be going on heaps of one-night stands then. But then she meets Kwan, who is a tattooed motorcycle riding boy, and obviously I'm sure they're gonna fall in love. I am excited because I love tattooed love interests in my romance novels. But aside from the romance, this book also deals with other aspects of life. So I believe Anna has to deal with like a family tragedy. Anna's also a violinist, and one of her videos goes viral on YouTube, and she's trying to replicate that success again. And I always love, like obviously I love romance, but I love when there's other aspects of the person's life in the book as well. Like it's not just the romance. So I think I'm gonna love this. Very excited, and I love this cover. The next selection is The Inheritance of Orchidea Divina by Zoraida Cordova, and this is a fantasy. Can we first just talk about the cover though, because literally wow, it is beautiful. And on the back as well, like these roses. So yes, this is a fantasy and it sounds like really interesting and unlike anything I've ever really read. So basically it follows this family, and Orchidea Divina invites the family to her funeral to collect their inheritance, and the family hopes that they will finally learn some of her secrets. But instead Orchidea is transformed into a tree, her limbs stretching into roots and branches, leaving them with more questions than answers. And the different members of the family find themselves having these powers now. But then 7 years later, a hidden figure comes to tear down the tree and tries to destroy Orchidea's line. And obviously they're determined to stop this, so they travel to Ecuador, which is the place that Orchidea buried her secrets, in the hope to find some answers. So I think this is going to be a stunning story about like family, and I'm all about that, and it sounds like it's all about women, like exactly. The next selection was Damnation Spring by Ash Davidson, and this is historical fiction, and it follows Rich Gunderson, who is a 4th generation logger, and an opportunity comes for him to own the nearest grove with the biggest tree nearby. So of course he's like, yes please. And it also follows his wife Colleen, who really wants a child, but she's experienced several miscarriages. So it seems like it's going to tackle quite a few different themes, and it seems like environmental degradation is like one of the main ones. The next selection is a thriller, and this is Not a Happy Family by Shari LaPena. And in this family, everyone is keeping secrets, even the dead. So this follows a rich family, and the parents of this family, Shayla and Fred, are brutally murdered the night after their family eats a dinner with their 3 adult kids. And it seems like the kids aren't that devastated because they are going to be inheriting a lot, and they were never a happy family. So honestly, like Knives Out vibes, and I love Knives Out, so that definitely excites me. And the final selection was Once There Were Wolves by Charlotte McConaughey, and this is a mystery, and basically this follows a woman who is desperate to save the creatures that she loves because a farmer in her town is found dead, and she knows that everyone will blame it on her wolves. But she loves these wolves so much, so she doesn't want to accept that as reality, if that even happened, so she does anything to protect them. And she also tries to find out who was responsible for the murder, and the prime suspect is the man she's into. So it sounds like a fun time. So these are all the selections for August. Absolutely stunning lineup if you ask me. It would have been really hard for me to choose which book that I'd want, but I think I would have gone with Not a Happy Family, but it would have been a hard choice because they all sound really cool. So once again, if you want to sign up for Book of the Month, you can get your first book for just $9.99 by using my code FRESH5. I will have them linked below, of course, as well as my code. But yeah, thank you so much to Book of the Month for sponsoring this video. Okay, so now to get into the books that I bought myself. I have really been trying to not buy many books recently. The first is this stunning edition of Kiki's Delivery Service. As a lot of you know, Kiki's Delivery Service is like my favorite movie. I just love it so much, and I can't believe I haven't read the book. It's honestly disgusting. So I definitely need to rectify that situation. And when I saw this in Bookswithchloe a few months ago when I was shopping with my friend Yana, stunning memories honestly, but yeah, when I was shopping with her, we saw this and I was like, oh, exactly. So I bought it, and then she actually also bought it for Jamie too. So me and Jamie both have matching editions, and it's just so cute. Like, look at this foiling. The illustrations, of course, like stunning. And this is by Aiko Kadono, and obviously this is what inspired the film Kiki's Delivery Service. There's also some stunning illustrations apparently. Oh, exactly, Kiki and Gigi. Honestly, I should read this soon for happiness. Oh, why am I gonna cry? I just love this movie. So yeah, hopefully the book is stunning. And if you don't know what Kiki's Delivery Service is about, it's basically about Kiki, who is a witch in training, and she has a cat Gigi, and she's trying to find out what she wants to do as a witch. So she starts her own flying delivery service, and it's just so cute. Like, I love it. Like, I love this story so much. Obviously I just love how cute it is, but I also just love how it shows the struggle of like turning a hobby into work and still trying to be passionate about that. And sometimes you can like lose your spark or like lose sight of why you're doing what you're doing when you're trying to also make money from it, because we live in a capitalist society and capitalism is annoying. Yeah, I just love it. Like, well, yeah, just could cry just thinking about it. Honestly, it's been too long since I've watched the movie as well, so maybe I should read this soon and then watch the movie. And just stunning. Okay, then I also bought Love Sickness by Junji Ito when I was at Bookswithchloe that same trip. I was like, what the hell, why have I not seen this? And then I realized later that this is his newest release, which I hadn't heard about, which is disgusting because how did I not know that? But anyway, I love Junji Ito. If you didn't know, Junji Ito writes horror manga and he's just a genius. He's just such a weirdo, which I love. Like, he just comes up with the most random weird stories, but like they're so fascinating and complex, and they really creep me out, which is hard because I've watched a lot of horror in my life and it's hard for me to like actually get scared. But Junji Ito just comes up with some messed up things in his mind, so I love it. And this is a collection of short stories. I don't really know what it's about, but I think the main story is about an intoxicating beauty that turns a small town into a bloody hell. And I also just love the social commentary that Junji Ito puts into his stories, so just love him. I'm sure this is going to be amazing, like all these other books that I've read, so definitely need to get to this soon. And I also just love this edition. It will fit so stunningly on my Junji Ito shelf, which, speaking of shelves, I will be filming my bookshelf tour hopefully this month, so don't you worry. Oh, stunning. Okay, and then I bought Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney. I'm so excited for this. I'm going to be reading this month in our 24-hour readathon, the romance readathon that we do, me, Kevin, Caitlin and Jamie do every month. So I'm going to be reading this with them this month for that readathon, and I'm so excited because Sally Rooney wrote Normal People, which is obviously one of my favorite books of all time now. Just love it. Could cry just even saying the name Normal People, you know, like I just love it that much. So very, very excited to read her other book, Conversations with Friends, and Jamie actually loves this more than Normal People. I don't think I will personally love it more than Normal People because I just can't imagine another book topping Normal People for me, but I think I'm still gonna love this book. But this is obviously a different story. So this basically follows Frances, who is 21 years old. She's a student in Dublin and an aspiring writer, and at night she performs spoken word with her best friend Bobby, who used to be her girlfriend. And then they meet this girl Melissa, and they enter this new world of like beautiful houses, fancy dinners, holidays, and then Frances gets unexpectedly closer with one of their friends, Nick, and Frances is forced to honestly confront her own vulnerabilities for the first time. I'm also really excited because this is going to be adapted into a show, and I really loved the Normal People TV show, and the same team is working on bringing this to life. So very excited because they did such a good job with bringing Normal People to life, like on screen. So I think it's gonna be amazing. Like, hopefully I love it. I think I'll love it. Like, Caitlin and Jamie think, you know, I'm definitely gonna love it. So just so excited. Like, I need to read all of Sally Rooney's books, and Sally Rooney has another book coming out soon, Beautiful Worlds, Where Are You?, which I'm so excited about. So I will also be getting my hands on that soon, and just, yeah, so happy that I found this stunning new author. So I have a new meaning in life, and that is to live for Sally Rooney's new releases. Ow, did you hear that elbow crack? Okay, Okay, finally I have books from subscription boxes. So I have The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni, and this was in a Fairy Lit box, I believe. Absolutely stunning edition. And also Lynette Noni is an Australian author, so love that. But yeah, look at the end pages. Stunning, like look at that. Exactly. Then I have Law by Alexandra Bracken, and this is another Fairy Lit edition, and it is beautiful, like the stunning white. Yep, like wow, Fairy Lit just kill it with their exclusive editions. And this is all about like Greek mythology. I think I'm going to try to buddy read it with Jamie because she's really into that, so I think we can have a fun time reading this, hopefully. I've heard good things. Then I have The Ones We're Meant to Find by Joan He, and this was in an Owl Crate box, and I talked about this in my most anticipated releases video. It first of all has a stunning cover. Exactly. It's actually quite interesting though because it's like sci-fi, which is not usually my vibe. Oh yeah, exactly, I forgot about this. How stunning. Oh yeah. But it follows two sisters, which I love. And basically one of the sisters, Casey, must decide if she's ready to use science to help humanity, even though it failed the people who mattered most to her. So yeah, I'm rarely in the sci-fi mood, but I am in that mood maybe like once a year. So when I'm in that mood, I'm definitely gonna pick this up because this definitely intrigues me. Okay, then I have Witches Steeped in Gold. This is the stunning Owl Crate edition, and then this is the stunning Fairy Lit edition. As you can see, they're really different, both beautiful. We have two stunning people on the cover of this, and exactly. And then the Fairy Lit edition, I love how it doesn't even like say the title on the front. It obviously has it on the spine, but like, you know, it just kind of has that old school vibe as if it's like an ancient book. Once again, stunning. Wow, and look at these people. That alone makes me want to read the book. And basically this follows two witches who are sworn enemies, and they enter a deadly alliance to take down the woman who threatens both of their worlds. Stunning. I've heard such good things about this book as well. And then finally I have Fire with Fire, which is another Fairy Lit book, and this is about two sisters once again, so honestly that's all I need to know. Jokes, another amazing thing is there is a dragon. And the tagline is, what if the story we've been told about dragons is wrong? I love fantasy stories with dragons, with sisters, exactly, just thank you. Hello. It's later in the day, and obviously I already finished filming the video and stuff, but I just got another book package. I was waiting for this to come before I filmed the book haul, but then I was getting impatient, but now it's come, so I thought I'll just quickly include this clip for these books that I bought. Exactly. I'm so excited. Okay, so I bought The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. This is like a stunning, well, I haven't read it, but this is supposed to be a stunning book, and a lot of people have read it and loved it, and it's supposed to be like a masterpiece, and it's supposed to make you cry, and I want that, so I am definitely going to be reading this soon. It's basically a love story between two men, and it's like a retelling of Achilles. Yep. And then I also got The Score by Elle Kennedy, and this is book 3 in the Off-Campus series, and I read book 1, which is The Deal, and basically this is a new adult romance series, and I really love The Deal. It was so fun, and this is obviously book 3, and I decided to buy this because I think I'm gonna love it based on what Jamie and Caitlin have said, because they've both read it and loved it, so I wanted the physical copy so I could annotate it. That's why I got this, and also I'm not planning to read book 2 because Jamie said like honestly just skip it, because apparently it's not that good and it's a companion series, so I don't like need to read the second book to understand what's going on, because this follows two different characters, and the love interest in this is Dean De Laurentiis, who Jamie and Caitlin are just obsessed with. Like, I'm so excited to meet him. Well, I have met him actually in The Deal, but obviously I didn't get to know him that well, but I'm excited to see how he is in this book, so very excited. Love some romance. And I'm excited that my romance collection is growing slowly. So yeah, those are all the books that I have for this book haul. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to check out Book of the Month using my link below and using my code FRESH5 to get your first book for $9.99. If you're looking for more content from me, I have a Patreon where I upload extra content like extra reading vlogs. We do a monthly live show, we do a monthly buddy read. This month we're buddy reading Kingdom of the Wicked, which I'm very excited about. I have my other channels, Journal with Chloe and ASMR with Chloe. All my socials are linked below, including my Twitch, which is twitch.tv/gamewithchloe, where I stream games and just chatting. And I hope you're all having a good day or night, and I'll see you in my next video.